Hi everyone, welcome back to Pheebyoga. I decided to do this video because I was sat in the garden thinking I really do want to do some yoga and do some exercise, but I was really hot and today it's about 27, 25. So I was thinking I really want to do some yoga, but I don't really want to do some energetic yoga or anything that's going to make me really sweaty and hot. So I thought, what better way to come inside and do a video for all you guys of yoga for when it's a hot day or when it's hot. So we will just go through some stretches, some really good poses for when it is a hot day, and some good stretches just to cool down. Nothing too vigorous, we won't be doing anything like going through any sun salutations, the Surya Namaskara A's or B's. Too much. I think there's one in here. We'll just be really going through the stretches and forward folds, just some nice poses just to stretch out, but also cool down a bit really. So yeah, we'll start sitting on the heels. So we'll just go straight into it. So we're not gonna sit here for too long. We're going to take a big inhale through the nose and then exhale out of the mouth. Just let any heat or tension go. Take a nice big roll of the shoulders. And then we'll go straight into our cat-cow. So we'll go into our tabletop, hands underneath our shoulders, knees underneath our hips. And then we'll just inhale, drop the belly, arch the spine, look forwards. And then exhale, push against the mat and look towards the knees. And then we'll inhale all the way to our cow, arching the spine, push that tailbone up, and then exhale to round. So keep going through this, just inhaling as you open, and then exhaling as you round the spine, and just go as quickly or as slowly as you like. But I would recommend if you're feeling quite hot and bothered right now, then maybe just slow it down a little bit and don't go too quickly. So we'll take one more round wherever you are. Inhaling, and then finish exhaling, rounding the spine. And come to a neutral spine, so your neutral tabletop. We're going to come to our melting heart pose, and just walking the hands forwards, making sure our knees are still underneath our hips. And just walk the hands forwards, come to our melting heart pose. And this can be called puppy pose as well, so we're just bringing that chest down towards the mat. And you can either have your forehead on the mat, or you can bring the chin looking forwards beyond the front of the mat for a bit of a deeper back bend and shoulder opener. And keep breathing. We'll take one last breath here. And then we're going to slide forwards onto our tummy and come to our Sphinx Pose. You might want to just lengthen the legs out. Bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. Roll the shoulders down your back. And keep reaching the chest forward. So you're not dumping down in this Sphinx, you're just lifting up and pulling with the hand, pulling the chest forwards. And you can stay here in your Sphinx, on your elbows, or you can push into the hands and just straighten those arms. So while you're here, straightening the arms, just keep those glutes engaged and keep the navel towards the spine. So keep breathing. And then we're going to lower down back to our Sphinx. And we're going to come back towards the heels. So push into the hands, Sit back on the heels, bring the knees together, and we're going to bring the hands forwards, coming to our child's pose. So bring the forehead to the mat. Just take a couple of breaths here. And if you feel that you want to go to a bit more of a relaxation pose, then bring your arms by your side and just relax the elbows down. And we'll take 2 more breaths here. And then we'll bring those hands back to the mat, come up to our tabletop, bring the hands slightly further forwards, tuck the toes, lift the hips up and come to our downward facing dog. So we're going to walk the feet, push into the hands. We won't stay here for too long because we're trying to cool down a bit and this is going to be creating a bit of heat. And then we're going to start tiptoeing our way to the top of the mat. Coming to a forward fold, our standing forward fold. We're going to heel toe the feet out, heels in, toes out, and we're going to sink the hips down. Come to our yogi squat, Malasana. Hands at heart center, push the knees out. Sit tall, bring that crown of the head, push it towards the ceiling and look forwards. We're going to bring the hands to the mat, and then we're going to lift the bum up, come back to that forward fold, heel toe the feet in, bring them hip distance, bend into the knees and cradle the arms. Let that head hang heavy, and then we're just going to sway from side to side. Taking a few breaths here, taking big inhales through the nose and sighing out of the mouth. And then we can bring those fingertips to the mat, bend into the knees, and we can start to roll up the spine. Take it nice and slowly, coming to our standing pose at the top of the mat, start to Destinar, our mountain pose. So we want the toes together, the heels apart. Well, actually, we're going to keep our feet to hip distance. So we're going to push into the left foot and come into a little bit of balancing. We're going to bring the right knee up. Find that balance, keep that core engaged. And we're just going to hold onto that right knee. So you may just be holding the knee, just finding a balance, or you may want to pull the knee a bit further up towards the chest. Keep that right foot flexed. And you can stay here, or the left hand can grab onto the right knee, and just open the right hand out towards the back, or towards the right. You're opening the chest up and trying to stay facing forwards with the bottom half and opening up and twisting with the top half. Keep breathing. And then we're going to come back. We're not staying there for too long. Pull that knee up again, just enjoying some balance. And then we'll lower that right foot back down. Wiggle the legs. Bring them back. Release any tension. And then ground into the mat with the right foot. Bring that left knee up, flex into the left foot, hold onto that left knee and just pull the left knee up, pulling it towards the chest. Try and stay down in those shoulders as well though. And again, you can stay here if you like, just testing that balance, just enjoying the wobbles if they are there. And then hold on, if you want to go a bit further, hold on to that left knee with the right hand. Open up with that left hand toward the back, twisting with the upper body. And keep breathing. And again, we won't stay there for too long, so we'll come back with that left hand to the knee. Ooh. And then lower the left foot back. And then we will come to our Destinar, our mountain pose. So bring the toes together, heels apart, tuck the pelvis in, roll the shoulders back, hands facing forwards. Take an inhale and lift the arms up, look towards the thumbs, take a nice big stretch. And then exhale, fold down, come to your Uttanasana, your forward bend. Inhale to your flat back, so your hands can be on the mat or they can come to your shins, lifting up, roll the shoulder blades down your back. And then exhale, plant the hands, step back to your plank. This is the only sun salutation kind of movement we will take. Take an inhale in your plank, and then exhale, lower the knees, lower the chest and chin. And then inhale to your cobra, lift up, don't straighten those arms, keep them bent. And then exhale back to downward facing dog. Straight away, we're going to exhale and step forward with the right foot. Lower that left knee, untuck the left toes, and just lower down into a low lunge. Stretching out that left hip. Keep breathing. And then we're going to start to straighten out that right leg. Bring the fingertips to the mat, flex into the right foot, pull the right hip back, left hip forwards to square. Inhale up onto the fingertips and exhale to fold down. And then we'll come forwards, frame the right foot and step back to a downward facing dog. Maybe pedal out the feet slightly. Keep breathing. And then when we next exhale, we're going to step that left foot forwards. Doing the same variation but on the other side. So lower the right knee and tuck the right toes. Bring your hands to that left thigh. Lower down in the hips. Coming to low lunge. Stretching out the hip. Breathing. And again, like we did before, coming to our half splits. We're going to straighten out that left leg, bring the fingertips to the mat. Flex into that left foot, and again, square your hips to the front of the mat. So left hip back, right hip forwards. Inhale up into your fingertips, and then exhale to fold down. And again, we'll come forward, frame that front foot, step back to your downward facing dog. Take an inhale here, and then exhale, lower the knees, come back to that child's pose, sit back on the heels, straighten the arms forwards, and bring that forehead to the mat. Take a few breaths here, just relaxing the arms down, releasing any tension, relaxing the shoulders. And then we're going to start to walk the hands back towards the knees, coming to sitting on the heels. And then we're going to swing the legs around. So we're sitting on the mat, straightening the legs forwards. We're going to come to a seated forward fold. So we're going to go from our Destinar, our staff pose, straighten the legs, flex the feet, and we're going to reach the arms up. Inhale at the top, and then exhale, reach out the seat, and reach down towards the legs. And if you do have a strap here and you prefer to use a strap or a dressing gown tie, you can wrap it around your legs or your feet, hold on to it and pull yourself down. Or if you can reach those feet, then hold on to the feet. Inhale to lift the chest, and then exhale, pull yourself down a little bit further. Try to keep your spine long and tall. And then when we next inhale, we can start coming back up the legs. And then we're going to open out the legs, come to a wide leg seated forward fold. So we're going to open up the legs. And we don't need to have them too wide here, it's just nice to enjoy a bit of this, enjoy different folds when it's nice and hot outside. So we want to not go too active with it so that we heat ourselves up, but also get a bit of a stretch in. So bring the legs as wide as you want to. Sit out of your spine, of your seat. seat. Take an inhale, and then exhale, you can start to walk your hands forwards in between the legs. If you don't get very far, then don't worry, you can just stay wherever you are. Just enjoying the stretch. If you feel that stretch in between the legs, or inside the legs, then don't go any further, just enjoy the stretch. Don't push yourself. Take an inhale up onto the fingertips, and then exhale, come down a bit further. And when we next inhale, you can start to come back up. Support those knees back in, so lift them up. And then we're going to shuffle down the mat, all the way down to the bottom. And then we're going to roll down the spine, come to lying on the back. Keep the sole of the left foot on the mat. And then we're going to straighten that right leg up. Flexing the right foot, and you can either hold on behind the right thigh, or you can lift up and hold on towards the shin area. But wherever you are, you want to try and keep the shoulders relaxed on the mat. And if having this leg straight isn't comfortable for you, then you can keep a bend in the leg, especially if you've got quite tight hamstrings. Take a last breath here, and then we're going to release the right foot down and swap over. So straighten that left leg up, straighten it as much as you can, don't worry if it's not straight, and then we're going to hold on to the leg wherever you can, and just pull that leg in. And then we can release the left side down. From here, we're going to go to a fish pose. So we're going to do another heart opener. We're going to bring our hands underneath our bum. And then we're going to move backwards until the top of our head, doesn't really work with me with the bum, but until the top of the head is kind of resting on the mat. So your hands are supporting you. And you've got a natural kind of back bend and a heart opener. Let that head rest on the mat. And just take a few breaths. And take a last breath here, and then we can just support ourselves back up. Using the hands, releasing the hands from underneath us. And then we'll just lower down to lying on the back. For our final pose, we're going to bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees just flop out to the side, coming to Recline Butterfly. And from here, we're going to reach the arms up and hold on to opposite elbows. So just let them fall, the knees fall out, and let the elbows just rest onto the mat or onto the floor. If this isn't comfortable for you, then you can just straighten the upper legs out along the mat. So find your position, and we'll just take a few breaths here, just relaxing down and calming down, and trying to cool the body down as well. Of course, you're more than welcome to stay here for longer and just enjoy a bit of relaxation and calmness and stillness. But if you're ready to come out of the pose, then just release your hands, support the knees back up, and we'll just roll to one side and make our way up to seated, whether that's at the top of the mat. Cross your legs or find a comfortable seat position. Bring your hands to heart center. Namaste. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed that bit of yoga for a hot day. It's definitely been quite hot recently, which I'm loving, but Obviously you want to be able to enjoy all your normal activities, so I hope this one's a bit helpful for you. And obviously, like I say at the end of most videos, just request anything that you are fancying, whether it's anything to do with stretching out the body after runs or after any of your normal exercises that you do. Then yeah, please request anything. I'm more than happy to do it. And make sure you subscribe as well and like all the videos. Thank you.